Good afternoon, Your Honor. Good afternoon, everybody. Next thing I know, I see my security guard, Tim, lifting Jafari by his collar and moving him and walking him away from us. When they reached a distance, Jafari pursued to swing and hit him.
His name is Rakim Mayers, was accused of assaulting a teenager in the city in June.
A Swedish court has ruled that rapper A$AP Rocky is guilty of assault for his role in a street fight in Sweden.
Alla tre misstänkta det här målet för misshandel.
So with the help of the interpreter, I will then say that the district court has convicted all three defendants of an assault in this case.
Och påföljden har bestämts till villkorlig dom.
This situation in Sweden. Sweden's a great country.
Cocaine on the sink, and I'm so body, I might roll up in the...
No problem. Good afternoon, Your Honor. Good afternoon, everybody. I arrived to Sweden that Sunday to do a show on Tuesday. When me and my crew arrived, we was at my hotel for a brief moment, and we decided to walk around Sweden, to get some air, look at the, architecture and whatnot. Yeah, everything seemed to be going fine. Everything was normal. And we were walking for a while, and we decided that we were far from the hotel, so we kind of wanted to take these electric scooters that was on every corner back to the hotel, That's when we arrived to the corner of Max's, and that's when my assistant and I, we decided to download the application to activate the scooters. There were benches lined in front of the store on the corner where we were. Yeah, like seats. Mm-hmm. So I sat down and proceeded to download the application. We were having some difficulties. At that moment, two men approached my security guard. I wasn't paying attention at that moment to what they were saying verbally, but I know that it was just kind of strange that he came up to my security guard, but my security guard asked him to go away. The men walked away, and moments later they came back. They started to talk more with my security guard. Jafari started to talk with my security guard also. After a while, my security guard started pushing him away and asking him to walk away and move and leave. One thing led to another. My security guard was standing in front of me, blocking me the whole time. And me and my assistant were the only two people, paying attention to our phones, to the application.
You and your assistant were only paying attention to the application on the phone?
Yeah. Next thing I know, I see my security guard, Tim, lifting Jafari by his collar and moving him and walking him away from us. When they reached a distance, Jafari pursued to swing and hit him, and he hit him with headphones twice, breaking the headphones on him once. Now, at this point, everything seemed strange to us because these guys were, their behavior was very weird, and we didn't know what to expect, and it got a little scary for us. I couldn't help but assume that these guys were under the influence of some type of drugs. At this point, we don't want to provoke these guys. We just want to defuse the whole situation, and we want to get away from these guys. Me and the crew start to tell them, listen, go the other way, go that way. We don't want no problems. We don't want no beef. But Jafari, he was persistent, and he kept pursuing, and he was like, come on. At that moment, Jafari's friend came from out of Max's, and he asked us if all three of us had jumped Jafari.
If jumped, yeah.
Yeah, if we beat up Jafari. We told him no. We said we didn't even want to fight. Nobody wants to fight. We just was like, please just leave us alone. We don't want to fight. Go that way. Go another way.
Hey man, a real quick one. This material was a fucking struggle to get my hands on. I would really appreciate it if you write a comment below with your thoughts about this video so I know if I should keep making these or not.
So to not provoke anything, we attempted to walk away. When we walked away, we were followed. I know Tim, and he, as my security guard, follows protocol. So that's to protect me at all costs. But Tim is not a violent person naturally. I am of celebrity, so I didn't want to cause too much attention to us to begin with. So we asked these guys, like, calmly, you know, I even put my hand on their shoulders in a peaceful way so I wouldn't pose as a threat. Yeah, we pleaded and we begged them. We said, look, man, we don't want to fight y'all. We don't even want problems. We don't want to go to jail. We don't want to fight y'all. Please stop following us. Jafari said that he wanted his headphones, and I tried to explain to him, you broke them on my security guard. We don't have your headphones. At that point, I realized that he wasn't trying to rationalize with us, and it just seemed like an ongoing conversation, so we attempted to walk away again. They followed us again. We walked away some more. They followed us some more. We started walking down the block. They followed us down the block also. And we begged them some more to stop following us and to leave us alone. At this point, we're really scared because I just saw my security guard get cut. He's bleeding. You know, I don't know what to expect from these strangers, and I'm not from Sweden, so, you know, it was a really paranoid situation. Now, as we approached the block that the assault happened on, we saw bottles on the floor, and we picked them up. We didn't want them to get the bottles. We didn't want them to have them in their possession. At that moment, some African girls came over, and they decided to help and try to mediate the situation. We told them to ask the guys to leave us alone and to stop following us. They disregarded that too, what the young ladies were saying. At this point, I woke up the block, and I start to notice that Tim walks down the block to tell the girls, you know, please tell them leave us alone, leave us alone. And these guys were following again. As far as the bottles go, I held it momentarily because I realized it was stupid, especially when they didn't have it in their possession. It wasn't necessary for me to have it, so I put it down. Tim asked the girls to call the cops because we didn't know the number to 911. And for some reason that day in Sweden, Uber didn't want to work either. We were having problems with Uber when we were having problems with the scooters. The guys walked back up to us where Tim is standing, and they started to approach him. At this moment, both of the guys attacked Tim. That's when I intervened, and I threw Jafari to the ground, and I stepped on his arm. I kicked his arm, and I punched him or shoved him.
I pushed him or I punched him?
Shoved him.
Shoved him. Oh.
And at that moment, my friends came to help, and Tim also arrived. At that moment is when I stood up and I turned around. I saw Jafari's friend charging at me. He and I, we pushed, we shoved for a bit and pulled for a bit. Right after that, my security guard, Tim, came and turned me around and walked me up the block. That's when we all walked away, and that's when the whole crew walked away, my crew. We walked away. When I turned around, I saw Jafari and his friend on the other side of the street, and they sat down. I wanted to go straight to the hotel to safety because I didn't want any problems, and I didn't want for this event to happen. We had no clue where we were. We just knew we were not that close to the hotel. When we got to the hotel, I just started When we got to the hotel, I started contemplating with myself, and I just was thinking, do I want to press charges on these guys? Do I want that kind of attention? Do I want the media saying that I'm in the streets fighting people in Sweden? And do I want to press charges and possibly kind of miss some of my tour dates or something like that? I didn't really think it was worth it. I thought it was best to just leave it behind me.
You just wanted to leave it behind you?
Yeah, and that's it. That's the end, Your Honor.
Okej. Tack för den. Då får åklagaren möjlighet att ställa frågor. Varsågod.
Tack så mycket. Då fortsätter jag med förnamn, är det okej?
No problem.
Inga problem.
Du har berättat ganska detaljerat, men jag har några frågor som jag ändå vill ställa gällande några detaljer.
Okej.
När ni lämnar Grand Hotel, har ni med någonting då att bära på?
No.
Flaskor?
No.
Hur är det med alkohol? Har du druckit någon alkohol den kvällen?
No.
När ni nu hoppar jag fram till Hötorget utanför Max. Du beskrev där den inledande kontakten med Mustafa Jafari. Och du säger att du upplever att han är påverkad. När är det du upptäcker det?
I assumed it because, he came up to strangers asking questions, that he knew we couldn't answer, and he was fearless against the big bodyguard that I had. It was clear to see that, and his eyes looked weird. He just looked like he was on drugs.
Är det bara säkerhetsvakten som målsäganden pratar med?
I'm not too sure because I was looking at the application on the phone.
Har du pratat med honom i det inledande skedet?
Only after the headphones were swung and the punches were thrown.
Okay. Vem är det som är fysisk först? Är det Mustafa Jafari eller är det någon i ert sällskap?
My security guard shoved him away and asked him to leave.
Okay. Är det den knuffen som vi såg på filmen när målsägaren stapplar tillbaka några meter?
I'm not sure which one you're referring to precisely.
Det var man ser från Max övervakningsfilm att säkerhetsvakten knuffar Jafari och han tar ett antal steg bakåt av den här knuffen.
Perhaps yes.
Okay. Så innan dess tror du inte att det har varit någon fysisk kontakt mellan de två?
I remember Jafari putting his hands in my security guard's face, but I don't believe there was any physical contact before that.
Och sa han någonting då i samband med att han satte händerna i din säkerhetsvakts ansikte?
I wasn't listening because I was sitting down.
Okay. Och hur kommer det sig att du vet att han hade händerna i ansiktet då?
Because I saw it.
Okay, men du hörde ingenting?
No, I didn't hear what the conversation or the context of the conversation. I didn't hear that, but I just saw him with his hands in my security guard's face.
Okay. Sen beskrev du hur din säkerhetsvakt lyfte bort Jafari från platsen. Kan du beskriva hur han lyfte?
Well, when he lifted him, I was looking at my security guard from behind. It was only up until I stood up and walked over to where they were is when I got a clear view of them swinging at each other.
Så du såg inte själva lyftet?
Not really. It was a weird view for me. It wasn't a clear view.
Varför sa du nyss att han lyfte Jafari i tröjkragen då?
Because that's what I saw.
Så du såg det?
Yeah, but it wasn't as clear.
Okay. Såg du filmen jag visade i tisdags, övervakningsfilmen från Max, när Jafari blir lyft av din säkerhetsvakt?
Yes.
Är det där du menar att han blir lyft i tröjkragen?
Yes.
Såg du om Jafari lyftes från Max?
Hi there, it's your boy Mr. Miyagi right here. So, do me a favor, subscribe to this channel, put on the notifications, and don't miss out the next part.
På filmen?
Yes.
Men du menar att vakten lyckades lyfta Jafari i tröjkragen upp över marken?
I'm not saying how he managed. I'm not saying that the collar was throughout the whole time. What I'm saying to you is I didn't clearly get to see it. I can only tell you what I saw on the footage, just like you did, and it looked like he grabbed him by the neck. But I'm just being honest with you as to what I saw that day.
Om jag bara får säkerställa för min egen del att vad gäller frågan vad Meyer såg på filmen här i tisdags eller vad han såg på plats där och då den 30:e.
Det var en fråga om man kunde jämföra eftersom han sa att han lyfte honom i kragen. Om det var det han såg även på filmen. Sen beskrev du nyss att Mustafa Jafari försökte slå tillbaka mot säkerhetsvakten.
Yes, he hit him.
Vad är din känsla då? Hur känner du då inför det att det är någon som slår din säkerhetsvakt?
I was pretty shocked and scared because the proportions between both of them were extremely different, and Jafari seemed fearless. That was frightening.
Var du rädd?
Yes.
Varför går du emot dem?
I was walking toward my security guard to get a closer view of what was going on because, like I told you, I didn't get to see what initially led up to it as far as conversations and stuff. My security guard was blocking my view.
Men vem är det som ska skydda vem? Är det han som ska skydda dig eller du som ska skydda honom?
Oh, he's supposed to protect me.
Tyckte du att han inte hade kontroll över situationen?
At some points I did, for sure. That's what scared us the most.
Men nu är jag kvar vid situationen här. Precis när Jafari har kastat hörlurarna. Tycker du att han har tappat kontrollen över situationen då?
I felt that he didn't want to hurt him. He was just like us. I didn't think he wanted to provoke the situation any further. So I think that's kind of why he's, fell back and didn't want to beat him up.
Men min fråga var, tyckte du att Williams hade kontroll över situationen där och då?
It's hard to say. It was a crazy situation because, he attempted to intimidate the guy, but none of it worked. None of his tactics, so I think that's why we all decided to walk away.
Jag tänker frågan innehåller väl bara två alternativ. Antingen har man läget under kontroll eller så har man inte läget under kontroll. Hur var det nu? Hade Williams läget under kontroll, tyckte du?
The situation was not under control.
Är det din uppgift då att skydda Williams?
No, sir.
Fanns det några andra alternativ? Funderar du på att till exempel kontakta polis?
For sure, a lot of things went through my head at that time, I can imagine.
Funderar du på att ringa polis?
For sure.
Varför blev det inte så?
We're not from Sweden. We didn't know the number to the police.
Sen fortsätter att ni går upp igen mot samma håll som ni stod i hörnan först utanför Max där. Och ni går upp mot samma ställe igen, inte sant?
I'm sorry.
Efter det att Jafari hade gjort det här med hörlurarna på Williams. Så går ni tillbaka upp igen, inte sant?
Yeah, we walked the other direction.
Hur kommer det sig att ni svänger av in på den lite mindre gatan, Olofsgatan?
We didn't know where we were going. We just wanted to get away from these guys.
Okay, funderade ni på att gå hem till hotellet?
Yeah, we just kind of wanted to get away from these guys.
På att gå hem till hotellet?
Yes.
Var det åt det hållet?
We didn't know where we were. Well, we didn't know where we were. That's why we tried to get the scooters and Ubers.
Sen går ni ner den gatan och in på nästa gata som heter Apelbergsgatan. Den är om möjligt ännu mindre, den gatan. Hur kommer det sig att ni liksom rör er inåt mot mindre gator? Är det samma svar där?
For no particular reason. We just wanted to walk away from these guys.
Varför gick ni inte in på Max till exempel? Det var barnfamiljer inne på Max. Fullt med folk som satt och åt. Klockan är 9:30 en söndag kväll.
We didn't know how long this would go on. We just wanted to get away from them. It's a million things that we could have did, but we decided to walk away because we felt that was the best thing to do.
Minns du exakt var någonstans som de här flaskorna står som ni plockar upp från gatan?
They were on the ground.
Minns du exakt vilken gata och var någonstans på den gatan?
It was on the street where the fight happened.
Okej. Den andra gatan som ni svängde in på?
Yeah.
Om vi kan titta på en karta kanske. I protokollet. Här. Ja, nu syns det inte vad jag markerar. Ja, du ser vad Max är. Det står Max där.
Yeah.
Är det på den här gatan där det röda krysset är? Är det där du menar? Är det här någonstans flaskorna står?
Yes.
Hur många flaskor pratar vi om?
I can't really remember, but there were a few bottles.
Stod de samlade eller var de utspridda?
They were kind of in the same place.
Okej. Har du tagit upp någon flaska?
Yes.
Hur såg den ut?
I really can't remember. It was like green or dark brown or something.
Hade den någon etikett?
I don't remember.
Vad är det du håller? Nu är jag på sidan 83. Vad är det du håller här vad är det du håller här i handen under tröjan på sidan 83 längst ner till vänster?
Bottle.
Flaska.
Okej. Är det den enda flaska du har tagit upp?
Yes.
Ja.
Och på bilden ovanför. Vad är det Cornell håller i handen?
It seems to be bottles.
Vad han har fått dem ifrån?
I wasn't really looking at him. I think we spotted the bottles at the same time, and that's when we decided to get them out of there, make sure it wasn't in their possession.
Okay. Men du såg inte när Cornell tog upp sina flaskor?
No.
När du tog upp din flaska, stod det kvar några flaskor på marken då?
I really can't remember. It's been a month ago.
Det borde ju inte ha gjort det, för du ville väl få bort flaskorna från marken så att inte någon annan skulle använda dem, inte sant?
Exactly.
Men du sa nyss på min fråga att det stod några flaskor på marken.
Yeah, but when I picked up that bottle is what you asked me, were there any other bottles next to it? No. There had to be more bottles on the floor if Cornell has bottles.
Så det är därför du tror att det är fler flaskor, för att du ser att Cornell har i handen. Det är inte för att det fanns fler flaskor på gatan som du sa att det var flera flaskor. Eller? Såg du eller inte flera?
Låt honom svara på frågan först.
Well, with all due respect, you asked me if there were more bottles next to the bottle that I picked up when I went to go pick it up. And I told you I don't recall. I'm assuming it wasn't, but I don't want to speculate here in the courtroom.
Det är jättebra, men det var därför jag frågade. Varför sa du inledningsvis att det var några flaskor på marken? Om du inte har sett några flaskor, utan bara en flaska.
There were a couple of bottles on the floor. But by my bottle, I don't recall there being more bottles. I don't want to speculate and assume. So I'm telling you, what I don't remember. I'm just trying to answer every question honestly as I could.
frågorna.
Varför gömmer du den i tröjärmen?
I'm not hiding it. I just didn't want them to see it. I didn't want to provoke them.
Okay. Cornel står med sina flaskor helt öppet här bakom. Det är svårt för dig att svara på, men han hade inte samma tanke alltså. Att dölja flaskorna.
Yeah, I suggest you ask him when you interrogate.
Jag ska göra det.
Jag föreslår att du ställer frågan till honom.
Vad händer med den här flaskan sen? Vart tar den vägen?
I momentarily held it, then I put it back down on the floor.
Tror du att det är den vi ser som är krossad på en av bilderna?
I gotta admit, when looking at these videos, they look similar, but I don't want to speculate and say that is.
På sidan 23 så kan man se glaskross på gatan och sen en flaskhals på trottoaren markerat med gult här. Hur har det där glaskrosset kommit till marken?
I have no idea because I didn't break any bottles.
Nu när du ser den här bilden, skulle du kunna säga var någonstans på gatan, om det är möjligt? Var ställde du ner din flaska?
I put it on the street, but I can't say specifically. It was a month ago, and I've only been to that location once my whole life.
Är det långt ifrån den plats som du tog upp flaskan, som du sen ställde ner den?
It's distance between it, yes.
Och hur långt avstånd pratar vi om då?
I would say we were more further up when I put it back down, and the guys were at the end of the corner where the police truck is. So I just put it back down on the ground.
Okej, du har ställt den närmare polisbilen, förstod jag rätt då?
No, that's where the young ladies who were helping translate and my security were down there.
Men om vi tittar på den här bilden, minns du ungefär var någonstans? Är det inom den här bildens ram som du har ställt ner flaskan?
I can't tell from this picture. Sorry.
Men det är på samma gata, det är vi överens om, som du tog upp den och ställde ner den?
Yes.
Okay. Vi har ju sett på filmen att du kastar iväg Jafari.
Yes.
I förhållande till det, när ställer du ner flaskan?
Before that.
Way before that?
Yeah, before that.
Okay. Hur länge tror du att du håller i flaskan?
It was so short, and I just realized that it was just pointless, so I put it down, so not long at all.
Och vad var det som var poänglöst?
For me to have the bottle.
Att jag skulle hålla i flaskan.
Men du tog upp den för att målsäganden och hans kompis inte skulle ta den, var det så?
Yeah, correct.
Hur kommer det sig att du då några sekunder eller några minuter senare inte tycker att du behöver hålla i flaskan? Vad har förändrats?
Because I would assume I felt that it was a distance away from them, that it was out of their reach until they approached us again and they came back up the hill.
Vad är det som sker? Vad är det som gör att du tar tag i Jafari och kastar iväg honom? Vad är det som händer precis innan?
Him and his friend attacked my security guard again.
Ja, och beskriv exakt vad det är de gör mot Williams.
They started swinging and throwing punches.
Är det några slag som träffar?
I can't recall.
Då har du sett ner flaskan.
I had no bottle in my hand by then.
Funderar du på att ta upp den igen?
No.
Hur var frågan?
Funderar du på att ta upp flaskan igen?
No.
Varför inte?
At this point, you got to realize that my life is very, very unique and particular. We're in this foreign country. We're approached by two strangers with aggressive behavior. 10 months ago, when I was with my cousin, when I was with these two gentlemen, I got stabbed in my face right here by strangers. My home has been robbed twice at gunpoint in the past 2 years. When I was in Auckland, me and my security guard was attacked by men on an elevator. And when the cops arrived, they stabbed the cops. They were meth addicts.
In Auckland?
Yes. I don't know what to expect when being approached by strangers. That's why I have security. At that moment, I wasn't thinking about anything but defending ourselves.
Du tar tag i alla fall i Jafari, kastar iväg honom.
Correct.
Ser du när han landar?
Bad bitches, that's my fucking problem.
If you don't listen, I'm gonna fucking throw a bottle. So, write what you think about everything in the comment section below.
Yes.
Hur tänker du då? Vad är din tanke då när han ligger på marken?
I really wanted to detain him, man. You know, maybe hopefully cops will show up. Maybe hopefully he'll back down. I just wanted him to calm down.
Och hur gör du då för att lugna ner honom på marken?
I kicked his arm. I held him, and when my friends came, I stood up.
Kan du beskriva sparka armen? Är det man ser på filmen, att när du sätter foten på hans arm? Är det den du menar?
Yes.
Ja.
Träffar den armen?
Yes.
Ja.
Och sen direkt efter det, vad gör du då, sa du?
It's really not that clear, but I believe either I pushed him or I punched him before my friends arrived.
Du vet inte om du har utdelat något slag?
I believe possibly it could be a punch for sure. Either a punch or a shove to the shoulder, to the arm.
I min värld är knytnävsslag och knuff två helt olika saker. Är det samma sak för dig?
They can be depending on how you strike someone, to me at least.
Okej, ska jag förstå det som att det är ett löst slag, eller hur menar du?
Meaning, if you allow me.
Det är inte jag som ska ge tillåtelse till det.
This could be a punch.
Okej. Och vad är syftet med det?
The purpose of me defending myself.
Okay. Trodde du att en lös knuff skulle hålla honom på mattan?
I didn't know what to think at this point. Like right now, it's just I was scared and we were in defense mode.
Du har precis skickat iväg honom i luften flera meter, gått fram och sparkat eller stampat honom på armen. Men sen knuffar honom bara löst på axeln, är det så?
Ursäkta, det verkar vara en fråga här.
I can't claim.
Löst är ju åklagarens påstående. Det är ju du som jobbar in ordet löst.
Ja, det hörde inte jag.
Löst är ju ditt påstående. Det är du som försöker jobba in det nu. Han har inte sagt att det var löst.
Jag har antecknat att det var någonstans mellan en knuff och en slag. Och att det, från ditt perspektiv så kan det vara samma sak beroende på.
Men han har inte sagt att det är löst.
Nej, det har han inte gjort. Okej. Och när vi ändå har den här lilla luckan. Jag tänkte bara kolla med åklagaren nu. Nu har vi hållit på ungefär 1,5 timme. Tolkarna nickar att det kanske är dags för paus. Kan vi ta en kortare paus nu, åklagaren? Och sen så